So we got the Hades, and I mean, it's still, at the end of the day, it's still a double barrel shotgun, but so it doesn't have, like the round capacity like the Raid does with 10 shots and whatnot, but it's incendiary rounds, and they actually will do some damage. So 2 usable shotguns. Plus, like I said before, a big part of the challenge was just getting this far, just getting to the later rounds, and I consider anything after like wave 16, the quote-unquote later round. So we overcame that part of the challenge. Actually getting here, we got it done. And so now it's just a matter of surviving with, what most people would consider lesser weapons. And by most people, I mean me, because I consider these lesser weapons. I don't mind having one. Like, for example, if I had the stakeout, but then for my other weapon, I had one of the LMGs, that would be okay. Because the stakeout upgraded to the Raid can actually kill zombies in later rounds. It's not, the worst weapon in the world. And I can use the LMG for all other times when I want points, because I can just spray into the large groups of zombies that are chasing after me and then get the points and then use the shotgun. Like, I'll give you an example. In a room like this, I would be using the LMG. They're going to be flooding in through here, and I'm going to be slowly making my way up there. But then when I'm in this stairway over there, where I switched to the Raid before because it's a tight stairwell and you never know if you're going to run into somebody. If you run into somebody and you have the LMG in your hands, that's going to be a problem for you, because it might take 15, 20 shots to kill the zombie in your face, even if it is upgraded. I'm talking later rounds. So that can be a problem. So, but switching to the Raid, it might, since it's upgraded, it may only take 1 or 2 shots to get that zombie out of your way so you can get through the stairway. So suddenly, it's not that big of a deal. And as you can see here, with the Hades, it's not always a one-shot kill, as that is evident. That second shot was basically a miss, so it doesn't really count. But it is a 2-shot kill, so it's basically, at this point, it's on par with the Raid. The downside, of course, just being that you can only get 2 shots at a time. So if it is a 2-shot kill most of the time, then most of the time you're going to get that kill, reload, get that kill, and reload. Another nice thing, though, is that it has a built-in speed cola. When you upgrade it, even if you don't have speed cola, it will load the rounds faster. And with speed cola, obviously, that's even faster still. But if I die at some point, when I come back, the Raid, not being as good of a weapon because it's going to reload slow, even though you push 2 rounds in at a time with the Raid instead of just the 1 round at a time. So that's nice, but it's still slower. But with this, it's just like both those rounds will go in a speed as if you had speed cola, basically. Like, they go in really fast. So it's not that bad of a backup, but I would still like to have an LMG for the points side of things. Because, like, right now, I'm basically fully loaded. I have all the perks that I would want to have, and I have both of my weapons upgraded. Ow. So I'm more or less where I would like to be, where I feel, at least a little bit comfortable. But, go away. Hey. But if I died right now, then I got nothing. I'll still have my weapons upgraded, but if I died right now, I lose all my perks, and I only have enough points to get the jugs, and then I can still get the quick revive. That hasn't been used 3 times yet, but I wouldn't be able to get the speed cola, so I would be at a disadvantage. And if I died again, then I'd probably only have enough points for maybe jugs, depending on how quickly I can get things together. So, I mean, the lack of points here in the later rounds is still going to be an issue. But if I can survive without dying for, say, like 3 rounds, maybe as late as like round 22, if I can go all the way to like rounds 21, 22 without dying, then I should be in a pretty good position, because that way by then I should have enough points that if I died twice, I can still get most of the perks that I'm going to need, so on and so forth. So it's a matter of not dying until then. Obviously, I don't want to die at all, but not dying until then would also be nice. I will say another nice thing in favor of the Hades. Like right now, you can see like that was my fastest fire rate. I just purposely pulled the trigger as fast as I could. And seeing as how the raid is a lot of the time a 2-shot kill by now anyway, the Hades being a 2-shot kill, it's not that bad because I can fire both shots like stupid fast. I won't demonstrate on him because he's a 1-shot for sure, but on this guy I'll demonstrate. See, like that was a 1-shot anyway, but whatever, demonstration complete. It's the fire rate's a lot faster. So especially if there's especially if there's groups of zombies like you would with an LMG where you spray into the group, I can look up at the group and just spray both those rounds really quick and then turn to get some distance between me and the mob while loading those 2 rounds. Turn around, blam, blam, get some space, turn around, blam, blam, and just keep that kind of thing going. So it definitely gets to the point where the Hades is almost the better weapon in certain circumstances. So I think the way that I would want to handle this from now on is use the raid at the end of the round when it's just clean up like this, because the zombies are more separated and they're mostly squishies, which I can still 1-shot. So the fire rate of the raid is not as much of a factor. And for the like tight areas like that stairway where you can get caught by a zombie, I think I'll still hold on to the raid. But for the groups of zombies and in like the bulks of the waves, I think I'm going to want to keep using the Hades because of its ability to just spray those 2 shots into the group and then get some space while you quickly reload and just keep that pattern going. And I think that's a good pattern. I think that's a pattern that I can definitely work with and hopefully get to those later rounds, like 22-ish, without dying, and I'll feel a little bit more comfortable about what's going on. I'm almost at the point where I got to buy ammo for both shotguns. I just bought ammo for the Hades, but I'm almost at the point where I need to buy ammo for this too. I'm down to my last 10 rounds, so I'm just, using what I can and killing some zombies while I make my way to the ammo. So I'm going to be completely out of points, and this is a very potentially dangerous spot in this challenge because I won't even have enough points to buy jugs if I was to die. So that is very frightening. Very, very frightening. That's, without cornering myself, I like to rebuild barricades on my way around when I can. Even if it's not going to do that much. Those 3 boards might stall a zombie for that 1 second that somehow is going to make it. Like, you just never know how it could possibly make things a little bit better for you. Dogs? Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. That's great news. Don't have to buy ammo now. That makes me happy. That should hold me over for at least a round, if not 2. I have to admit, with the shotgun challenge, and I'm trying to remember how we did on the TGN one, but it was me and Raptor, so it's a little bit harder in multiplayer, and I think we managed to get to wave 18, but that might have been the SMG challenge that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if I'm remembering it right, because that would have been a while ago. Geez, I'm not even sure. Maybe 2 years ago at this point. I'm not even sure. But in my mind, anyway, my goal for today was to just get to wave 18. Not even survive it, just get to wave 18. And that would have made me happy to the point where I would have felt like I wasn't a complete failure on the challenge. But, oh, goodness. But here we are in wave 22. So that's pretty outstanding, honestly. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I don't have any problems with being in wave 22. And at any given point now, if I was to fall, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. I would accept that as a challenge won. So hopefully, Squiddy57, this is exactly what you were hoping for, and this meets your approval. And I'm looking forward to more people submitting their challenge ideas. It has been a while. I would recommend going back on to... There's going to be way too many zombies in the front here because I'm not seeing any in a while now. I don't want to get stuck in that stairway. It's been a while now since I've like regularly been doing Nazi zombies. I mean, back in the day, I used to do Nazi zombies like a couple a week, like no problem. But it's been a while since I've done it like that consistently. But I used to do it consistently both for my channel and for TGN. Back in the day when we had free reign to post videos on TGN as we saw fit, like the senior directors. And I would regularly upload to TGN. Nowadays, if I said, hey, TGN, how about I upload some zombie videos? They'd be like, what? It's not what we do anymore. So, can't do that. But if you went back on my channel and on the main TGN channel, you'll find a lot of my zombie videos. So you can watch a lot of those old school ones, but then come back here and make some challenges, especially ones that I haven't done yet for either channel would be nice. Something new. I mean, I know at some point it just gets to the point where like how many different challenges can you come up with? Not to toot my own horn, but I've always thought that I was one of the first people to start doing challenges. Like when I started doing challenges, it was years ago, and I never saw anyone else do it. So I thought I was being very clever by doing that. Like I never saw anyone else doing challenge videos like that. They were just at the time, zombies weren't nearly as popular as they are now when I started doing the videos for them. And so most of the videos that were being made were just like, let's see how far we can get, and trying to go for distance rather than doing something to increase the difficulty. So I've been doing challenges for a long time now, and it gets to a point where it's like, well, what do I even do now for it? Like what challenges are left? Like, because I've done so many different things, and it can get hard to even come up with interesting things to do. But if you do come up with something that you've never seen me do before, it can be something completely original that you've thought up, or maybe you've seen someone else on YouTube do it, but you wanted to see how I fared doing it. Maybe we can kind of compare how I do in comparison to whoever else did the other challenge. By all means, throw it my way, and I'll see what's what. I've never really gotten like stupid far. Like you've seen videos, I'm sure by now, plenty of videos of people getting to past wave 100 and beyond, which is impressive. That definitely is impressive that you can get that far. But okay, I definitely there it goes. I was like, definitely just bought grenades. I don't see them. But yeah, that definitely is impressive to get that far. And I've never done it, but it's more just like a time restraint. Like, who has the time to do that? Because the farthest I ever got was actually during a live stream, if I'm not mistaken, and I was oh, come on, now that's just ridiculous. I got to wave 37, and then I finally died. But it was one of those things where like I was literally just getting tired, and I had been doing the live stream for a while, so it was like, well, I need to end this live stream, and I'm still alive. Like, what do I do? And so I kind of started to take more chances and not be as cautious of a player as I normally would, which inevitably got me killed. Actually, right here, it got me killed in this corner. I got pinned because I was spending time shooting zombies in this room, and then they came from the theater and pinned me in there. And that's not something that I would normally do, but I just kind of didn't care because I was just at the point where it's like, well, I needed to almost commit suicide so I can just get out of here. I think if I really wanted to, though, at this point, I could probably just keep playing, with the perks that I want, with the weapons that I want, like not doing any kind of challenge, just like actually tackling the game and playing it how I would to get far. I could probably just go inevitably, like, definitely pass around 100, like no problem. So at this point, it's like I'm getting to that point here in the challenge where it's like, well, how far do you actually take it? Because it's getting crazy now. Like wave 23, like that's nuts. Like wave 23 isn't that bad if you're playing without a challenge. You know what I mean? Like just playing it straight up. If I got to wave 23, I'd be like, all right, cool. Especially because I haven't played Black Ops 1 Zombies in like 2 months, maybe more. Because like I I didn't play it for a little while, and then I did the whole moving thing, so I haven't really been playing any video games really for like the last 2 weeks to a month. So I mean, I'm out of practice. Back in the day, Wave 23, like, yeah, okay, because I expect to get to Wave 23. I'd be mad if I didn't get to Wave 23. But that's when I was playing zombies like 4 or 5 hours a day minimum to get you guys the good videos. So being out of practice and doing a challenge again to Wave 23, I feel pretty good about this. Okay, so Wave 24, greed is my biggest issue right now. Holding on to ammunition, hoping for a max ammo to drop, and I am almost out of ammo now for both weapons, so I have to quickly leave the theater. I don't have much time to screw around in the theater because I need a few rounds to hope, to get me to the ammunition for the raid, but that's what I'm doing. I'm making my way towards the raid so I can buy ammunition for that. And then the same thing with the raid. I'm going to try to leave those last 2 rounds in there so I have them available. And then on the next loop, I'll probably end up buying ammo for that as well, but that's not even a guarantee, though. I might just hang on to the raid ammo for a while, again, hoping to get a max ammo. It's all about conserving points. Even though I do feel comfortable with the amount of points that I have now, it's not, completely without, until I had like 20,000 points reserved, because after 20,000 points, even if I died as many times as the quick revive would allow me, buying the perks every time, I wouldn't I would have enough points to do that. So like once you get to 20,000 points, the stinginess will completely go away, and I will buy ammo whenever it is needed, just so I don't wind up in a situation where I find myself short and end up killing myself because of it. Notice how I'm getting like 10 points a time just passing by these barricades. That's like all I'm trying to get to. It's just that one board. It stops the zombie from being able to just immediately go out. He has to enact the animation of stopping, grabbing the board, taking it down, and then getting out. If it's wide open, they just sprint to it and climb out. It will literally, one board will stall them for 2 seconds, and all the boards will stall them for 5. You know what I mean? Like, they take the boards down so fast that having a barricade completely filled doesn't really matter that much. It's the fact that, all right, leaving that alone. Oh, you slimy little weirdo. It's the fact that they have to pause to take down that first board. It's like when you reload. It's like when you're reloading a gun. Like the shotguns. Like the first round that you load takes usually at least twice as long as all the rest of the rounds, because it's the action of, okay, I gotta bring the shotgun up like this and open the tube, and now I'm sticking the rounds in. So like that second round goes in a lot faster than the first one did. Same principles with the zombies opening up barricades. And it's the little things. It really is. And zombies, so much of zombies is luck. Like, so much of this game requires luck, requires you just, everything to just kind of work out and go in your direction. So anything that you can do to tip into your favor has to be done. And something silly like that, you're not going to think about it. Right now, it's just like, it's Wave 24. There's a bajillion zombies after me, and all I'm worried about is all those zombies. But you got to think big picture and take care of every possible angle, or you're going to really find yourself in trouble at some point. And it's not like it's not like it'll usually be a situation where it's like, oh man, if only I had put that one board on that barricade, I would have survived here. But you may never notice the ramifications of not putting the boards there. You're just going to die at some point. And you're not going to say, oh yeah, I should have listened to Galucia and put that board there. But it, without you really even knowing about it, it could help you at some point. It's not going to hurt you. There's not going to be too many situations where having the boards up gets you killed, so you may as well. Plus, you do get those points, 10 points at a time, but look how long this round is lasting me. I'm probably going to get a couple 100 points from closing those barricades 1 or 2 boards at a time, especially in the route that you go. Like that one there, the barricade up there, I'm not as worried about those ones because I don't go that way. Yes, zombies will come out of there, but I'm not really worried about that. By the time I see them, they're out in the open, and I'll just shoot them. It's the ones that are going to be directly in my path. Like, as I'm passing by that barricade, he's going to be climbing out of it into my way. That's why I like getting those. That's why I didn't bother with that one for that much, because that's not directly in my way. The barricade over there, not directly in my way. I don't go that way. I go down this staircase. That one's in my way. I like having this one sealed up. That one's not directly in my way, so I'm not going to worry about it. This one is, and it's been sealed pretty much the whole game. The whole game. Since this round started, every time I pass by, I always check it, and it's always been full. They keep spawning in from the ceiling on that one. This one is sort of directly in my way, more or less directly in my way. But with the theater, I like to have all of them closed if I can. But like that one could not be more out of my way, so I can't always go over to that one. Sometimes, you know, especially in the middle of the round, forget about it. That's suicide. You're going to corner yourself in there, and I'm not going for that one. Maybe in between rounds or something like that, or right now because it's slow and there's only a couple zombies left, they're not spawning. But that's when I'll close up all the barricades in the theater, because it's always a good idea to have the barricades closed in the theater, just regardless, because it gives you that extra few seconds in the beginning of the round where you don't have a ton of zombies before you have to start doing your loop around the map. That's why I like Kino der Toten, because of the loops you can do. I like being able to go in that backpedaling loop pretty much nonstop and getting it done. Oh, that wasn't shenanigans. 2 up-close shots, and he did not go down. I just knew it was going to be something like that. They definitely hit their mark, too. I definitely didn't miss. Crap. This is bad. I definitely just hit F on that machine, and it didn't give it to me. This is really bad. Okay, I have 0 perks, but tons of points. So I'm going to sprint like a maniac and get ahead of the zombies that were behind me so that I can buy raid ammo. But I don't have jugs or the quick revive. I'm going to get the speed cola because I'm here. And it'd be nice just to have anything. But yeah, I'm not even looking behind me. I'm just worried about what's in front of me because I can die like this. Oh, there it is. Dang. If only I could have gotten that quick revive. I swear, like, the F came up and I was holding F the whole time and it just didn't let me buy it for some reason. If I had that, I could have at least made it through to the jugs and extended that a little bit farther. But you know what? Like I said, I'm not going to be mad because that's wave 25 on Shotgun Only Challenge. So again, for the 3rd time, big thanks to Squiddy57 for making the suggestion. I'll try to find the one that I posted on TGN and post the link to it in the description of this video so that you guys can also check that out to see how I did that time in comparison to now. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to submit your comments on what videos you would like to see. And if you're new to the channel, why not check out a few more of my videos? See if you like me enough for a subscribe or something. How about that? Thanks again, everybody, and I will see you next time. Laters!